Oh, look at that.
Cheers, everybody. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.
I only have a beer and a huggy, though.
Where's Janie? Oh, Janie's got a little story to tell.
But are you good?
I think they're done, aren't they? Except for the cards. One more? Okay, then Janie's got a story.
Oh, shit.
Okay. All right. It's our bedtime story. I said hold on. It's
My goodness, this tastes like really good wine.
We got time.
Yeah, because that's going to take a while.
It's just a little story that I came up with. I couldn't let you go without my little story. Real little sweet. Nice. That was very nice. Where have your past 25 years gone? Congratulations, Kathy and Steve. Are you surprised? Your kids came up with this idea, and they asked for our help, and well, you know us, we couldn't let the celebration go by without a party. In Sandstone, the farm folk were busy getting ready for the April spring planting. Mary and Cook Watson were always the first to be in the fields. But something was different that day on April 24th, 1950. The older children could feel it. Mom wasn't the same. She wasn't baking anything. So off to Sandstone Hospital they went for the grand arrival of baby Steve. It was a sunny autumn day on the 24th of September, 1951. Dad was filling silo with the gang. They went into the house for their 3 o'clock lunch and noticed Mom looked a little pale. It was time for the firstborn of the family to arrive. Off they went in the red truck to the Rush City Hospital. The silo filling would have to wait, and the cows too. This was a very exciting day. They had waited 4 years for their little girl, Kathleen Marie, to be born.
Yeah, I could have been 55. I could have been getting half-price lunches.
Dad waited patiently in the lobby for the doctor to announce he had a beautiful brown-eyed girl. He was so excited. He almost forgot to milk the cows that night. He stopped at the Grilly store and bought Celebration cigars and a case of beer. So when he arrived home, he could call his gang to come and celebrate. The gang all helped him remember that the cows had to be milked, pitched in, as all friends do. Time went on and Kathy and Steve grew up in very hard-working, fun-loving families. Steve learned early on that even though he was the youngest child of 7, he had to do his share. Kathy, the oldest of 5, had worked very hard because there was so much time in between the rest of us. Mom and Dad loved their little girl, Kathy. Dad even let his dog, Tina, have a litter of 12 puppies for her. He bought her a horse named Pal and taught her to work every machine on the farm, how to bale hay and milk cows. Mom taught her to cook and bake, clean and do laundry. This would someday pay off in her life. They just knew it.
Yes!
Today, you own your childhood Ford Dream Tractor and a very beautiful home. Steve was determined to make something for himself, so off he went to college. With many years of full-time work while going to college, he completed his degree in animal science and agriculture with almost a 4.0 average. Kathy went on to Votech in Pine City and completed the accounting degree, moving to Minneapolis to start her career at Firestone Tire. Well, the big city life got to her, and she also really missed her family. So Kathy moved back to Pine City and went to work at the Pine City Co-op. Steve was also a homebody, and every moment he had free, he came home to help his mom and see his family too. Steve worked as a bartender on weekends at the Rock Garden. As fate would have it, he was working the night Kathy and her friends met up there for a night out. Talk about lighting up your eyes with fireworks.
I can count them, man. I knew what they drank.
And how much they drank, too.
Talk about lighting up your eyes with fireworks. That was what Steve saw when he looked at Kathy. Who is that hot chick?
You already made up stories too many times.
Steve asked the other bartender, I think she's a pangrel. You better watch out. I've heard a lot about those pangrels. pretty feisty and bold, went right up to Steve and ordered a drink, Sex on the Beach.
I wish. My dream.
That was the best one Steve ever made, and the rest is history. In 1977, as Steve was driving Kathy home one night, the lightning bugs lit up the sky for him, and he proposed to Kathy in the car while parked at the 40. Earlier that night, though, Steve had went to Mom and Dad's to ask permission to marry their daughter. Both Mom and Dad were delighted to think of having Steve, a hardworking good man, come into their family, and they treated him as their own son. They knew he would take very good care of their little girl, and he has. Mom and Dad sold a couple of cows, and a very large wedding was held on July 15th, 1978. Over 200 people attended, and I think quite a few even helped milk the cows that night before the Pine Camp wedding dance. They made their first home just up the road on 61 and took very good care of it. We always wondered why they moved so far.
Can I just add how nice their car was the night they left for their honeymoon?
Oh,
It was just delightful. Puffed rice and everything they owned. I love Pine Camp. They were just delighted.
I remember that very much.
we always wondered though why you moved so far away from our family. But we are here today. Surprise, surprise. In 1980, we were having Easter at my home in the city, barely sitting down for dinner when the phone rang. It's a boy, Eric. Well, Mom and Dad flew out the door and onto the freeway to see their first grandchild. If I remember right, we all left the table full of food and dishes and drove up to. Oh, how we spoiled him. 4 aunties and 1 uncle, and then 6 uncles and aunts on the Watchman side. Plus, Grandpa Watchman and Grandpa Pangro. Hello, Eric. Do you realize how spoiled and how much attention you got? Eric married Vicki in January 2003 and has a darling stepson, Devin. They are now living in Moorhead, North Dakota. Well, Eric attends barber school. If you need a haircut, contact Eric next spring. I am sure he'll miss his family if he's moving back. There must have been a little sex on the beach again, as in no time at all, the announcement came that there was another on the way. We all said, what? But big families are our pleasure. Luke was born on May 19th, 1983, fishing season. Maybe that's why his favorite pastime is fishing. Yeah, a quiet one, not so though anymore. He enjoys fishing, hunting. He's a very sensible, money-saving, hard-working boy, just like his dad. He works this summer for Pine County, and he loves college in South Dakota. He must, phrase I prefer. As long as it's around wildlife and fishing, he's happy-go-lucky. Steve, go easy on him. Luke is not the same anymore. There may be something more in South Dakota than just pheasants.
Very nice.
After thinking that Kathy and Steve must be tired out working full-time, gardening, baking bread, canning, etc., comes the next announcement. A baby girl, Gina Marie, was born on August 14th, 1984. Can you imagine all the diapers, the expense, the hard work these 2 people have gone through? Oh, I forgot all of you who went through it. Yeah. On Sundays, when Gina would come to the farm, we'd say, "Where did you go today, Gina?" "I went to church." What a sweet little girl, always wearing dresses and smiling. Gina graduated this year with a 4.4 plus average, valedictorian of her class. She is talented in piano, art, ballet, dance, besides being very free. In the fall, she's moving to Duluth to attend UMD College. Now what are you 2 going to do? Well, I'm telling you.
More sex on the beach. More sex on the beach.
Why did he throw the sand on the garage?
Over the past 25 years, you 2 have found friendship, companionship, and love together. That is what brought you to this day. Congratulations on your 25th wedding anniversary from your family, relatives, and friends. Look up in the sky. This was meant to read a little bit later, so improvise. Look up in the sky. Those 2 bright stars shining on you. At you is your dad, Kathy, and your mom, Steve. With their love to you from heaven on this great day. Hopefully you both enjoy our surprise visit. We love you, and you know us Hangros. We will be back on your 50th. Well, not all of us, because some of us may be stars in heaven. Very nice.
Yeah, battery died.
Well,
Let's look, Megan.